like this man who takes the friendly approach.
Would you come on over here and have a seat, please?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Don't be fooled. Wait until you hear more about him. He's a convicted felon.
What's going on?
I'm just meeting a friend that I met on the internet.
Really?
He's 48-year-old Daniel Allen, screen name Trying to Be Normal. Online, he promised to teach a girl who said she was 13 different sexual positions and show her what a man really likes. But when I confront him, he says it was curiosity that brought him here, not sex.
I don't know how old. That's why I'm here. I'm just curious.
You're just curious?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't bring any booze with me. Absolutely curiosity that got me.
Curiosity? Maybe, but his chat log suggests something else.
I will come to you and we will get a place for passionate love.
Yeah, well, what does that sound like to you? It's all...
She says, oh my God, how cool.
And then you say,
wow, 13, am I too old? Nah, am I too young? I hate to say this, but you're not. Why do you hate to say that? Because it's like I'm some old pervert, but girls your age are so much more fun.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have conversations like this with people that turn out to be guys more than half the time. You know?
But if somebody tells you they're a 13-year-old girl and you show up at the house to meet them, don't you see something inappropriate about that?
Well, I mean, maybe so, but I had my big doubts that she was 13. You know?
Then he admits this isn't his first time.
You've visited people who you met online who said they were 13 before?
Well, yeah, 13 or 15.
So it's not the first time you've done this?
Well, no, wait a minute. I've never met a 13-year-old girl from offline.
Well, what I'm saying is, did you ever go meet somebody who said they were 13 online?
No, not 13. 16 in my area, and it was a guy who had a big laugh on me.
You see how it looks.
I see how it looks. You're absolutely right. You know, I mean, you're right.
Now it was time to tell him who I am.
I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
Well, I'll shove that camera down his throat.
I don't think you're going to want to do that.
Why is that?
I don't think you'll want to do it. Now, we can't keep you here. If you want to say anything else to us, we'd love to hear it. You're free to leave, obviously, if you want to go.
Okay, but can I talk to you outside?
No, I can't have the cameras turned off at this point.
Well, then I'd like to say that pretty much I think you have it all wrong. But your point's well taken. Hi, guys. Pretty weird. Cut.
Pretty weird to be caught by TV cameras, but this isn't the first time he's been caught by law enforcement.
Here's the park. Stop. Right there. Put your hands behind your back.
Several years ago, Daniel Allen was convicted of willfully, maliciously, and repeatedly stalking a woman, causing her to fear for her safety and the safety of her family.
Stalking an ex-wife.
He was sentenced to a year in jail and 5 years probation.
sir, that's the honest answer, Steve.
And here's another man with a criminal history, Joseph Federico, who thought he'd be meeting a 12-year-old girl home alone. He has a violent past.
He did have a conviction for manslaughter, and he did do prison time for that.
Any drugs or anything on you?
Nope. It appears he saw an earlier Dateline investigation.
When I saw something like this on TV a few weeks ago, just things that the person said just made it sound like a setup.
Okay.
And
So why would you come out?
just piqued my curiosity. That's God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Our investigation in Southern California netted a record number of potential predators.
Stand up.
50 of the men were arrested, and all but one were charged with felonies, including attempted child molestation. While that number's alarming, you haven't heard the most shocking part. Unbelievably, some men who show up at our house thinking they might be having sex with a 12 or 13-year-old are registered sex offenders. They're supposed to be known to law enforcement, but despite their history, they're free to come and go. And right now, one of them is walking into our house.
Hey, you out there? Hi. Hey, let me finish brushing my teeth real fast, okay?
Our hidden cameras are rolling as 68-year-old Robert Emmett Lyons stands in our kitchen. Online, he calls himself Pavlov 1234. He's here to meet a 13-year-old boy. Lyons claims he's only 28.
Check it out. This is his picture, right? That's his sex offender registry picture. It's the same guy.
Yeah. Why don't you have a seat right there, please? And what's your name, sir?
Robert.
Robert what?
Lyons.
Robert Lyons. What was your plan here today, Robert?
No plan.
No plan at all. You know, I've got the transcripts of your conversation here. It's a pretty sexually charged conversation, Robert, to have with a 13-year-old boy. He says, do we need rubbers? Do they hurt? I don't know. I don't blank guys, but if you want to, you can do me. What conclusion am I to draw from this?
Just rhetoric or...
Rhetoric?
Just conversation that probably was offhanded or...
Offhanded.
Yeah.
What it sounds like, Robert, is that you wanted to come here to have a sexual liaison with a 13-year-old boy.
No, that was not my intention.
What was your intention?
Just to talk, whatever.
The problem, Robert, is that your history would contradict that, given the fact that you are a registered sex offender. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
In fact, that's you right there, right?
Correct.
In fact, Lyons was arrested only 5 months ago for a lewd sex act with a person 15 or younger.
Sorry?
So you had intercourse with a underage boy?
Yes.
Yes.
I made a mistake of just doing it. And I didn't even know he was 15. He told me he was 18.
How long were you in prison for that offense?
I wasn't in prison.
You weren't in prison. You got probation?
Correct.
How long were you on probation?
I'm still on probation?
You're still on probation now. So you're on probation for having sex with a boy, how old?
15.
15. And now you're in this house to meet a 13-year-old boy.
The terms of his probation require he see a counselor, and he says he did that just 2 weeks ago.
And what did you talk about with your counselor then?
Various things, just...
Did you talk about your sexually charged conversation on the internet with a 13-year-old boy?
No. No, I didn't.
Do you see why it looks like you didn't learn a lesson?
It appears that way, yes.
Now it was time to tell him he was going to be exposed on national television.
Well, Robert, I've got to tell you something. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
So what does this mean? I want to be on Dateline or what?
Once Lyons leaves, he's arrested.
He's down. It's
Throw
all right.
them down.
There you go.
And now that the police are involved, he decides he's said enough.
Tell me what's going on today. What are you coming over the house for?
At this point, I think I've talked to an attorney on this.
Okay.